My audio has clipped. Is there anything that I can do to fix it? That is one of the most common audio-related questions that I see when it comes to shooting clubs and festivals. Clipped audio is unrecoverable. You can't fix it in post. It doesn't matter how good your mic placement is or what you do with your audio processing chain. If the signal clipped on the way in, that is what you're working with. So let's talk about audio capture. Your goal is to capture a signal that is loud enough to be useful, but with enough headroom that the peaks don't hit the ceiling. In a club environment, the audio is incredibly unpredictable. A drop hits, the crowd goes mental, a CO2 cannon goes off, and suddenly everything spikes. If your gain is set too high and you don't have enough headroom, your audio is going to clip. What this means is the signal has hit a ceiling of what your recorder can capture, and anything above that ceiling just gets chopped off, and that distortion is permanent. So why not just shoot way quieter and give yourself loads of headroom? Well, too quiet is a problem too. Your mic has a noise floor, and if you record too quiet and boost in post, you're boosting the noise floor as well. It works exactly the same way as sensor noise and ISO if you watched the last episode in this series. So set your gain so that you're recording with around 10 decibels of headroom. Those peaks will occasionally push higher, but that's okay. That is what the headroom is for. You're leaving just enough space so that those unpredictable peaks have enough room to breathe, but you're not overcompensating so much that you get a noisy recording. On some mics like field recorders, you have the option between auto and manual gain. I recommend turning off auto gain. Auto is going to try and leave you some headroom just like you would manually, but because the levels are constantly changing, it's going to be a little bit slow and you're going to hear those fluctuations. In other words, you're going to hear it pumping behind the music, and it's just not going to sound good if this is your primary audio source. Set it manually, check it before every single shot, and treat it generally the same way that you would for your exposure. If you want to sidestep gain staging altogether, use a 32-bit float recorder and you're never going to have to worry about setting your levels. Most cameras like these don't have 32-bit float internally though, so that is a separate video. Just get the gain right before you hit record, because no, there's nothing you can do once it's clipped.